Hi everyone, welcome to Claire's Crochet. Today's tutorial is going to be the start of a mini series on the basics of how to crochet. So if you've never crocheted before, or maybe you just need a quick refresh in some of the basics, then this tutorial is for you. We're going to start off by going through some of the materials that you'll need to start crocheting. Then we'll move on to how to hold your hook and yarn, how to make a slip knot, a chain and a single crochet. We'll then go through some of the basic stitches in upcoming videos, so make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on those. So without further ado, let's get started. When starting to crochet, one of the main things that you're going to need is yarn. I'm using Stylecraft Special DK today, but you could use anything for practicing stitches with. I would, however, recommend using either a DK or an Aran weight if you're just getting started. I find they work best for beginners. While we're on the subject of yarn, I thought I'd just quickly go through what's on the yarn label and what it means. So here it says 100% premium acrylic, and then it tells you that there's approximately 295 metres or 322 yards. I find that acrylic is a good fibre to use if you're a beginner because it's relatively inexpensive, it's easy to wash, and I personally find that it's easy to work with. So then it's also got washing instructions here. And then underneath it's got this is needle size recommendations if you're knitting, or next to it here is crochet hook size, which is the one that we want, so it's recommending a 4mm hook. Next to it then is talking about a tension square, but we'll talk about that in a different video. So then on this side here it's then got the shade, which is Storm Blue, and then next to it is a die lot number. So it's worth mentioning, if you have a larger pattern in mind, like a blanket for example, then you might want to make sure that you pick up enough yarn with the same die lot number. This is just because one lot of yarn that's been dyed at the same time can turn out differently to another lot of yarn that's been dyed at a different time. The alteration in shade is usually marginal, but it can be noticeable in your work, so if you're anything like me and it's something that would annoy you, then you're best to stick to the same die lot number. So then we'll move on to crochet hooks. So I've got a few different ones here to show you because they come in all kinds of different materials. So we've got some plastic ones like this one and this one. You also get wooden hooks like this one, and then you get these sorts of hooks which tend to be like a silicone sort of handle. I would personally recommend these sorts of hooks for beginners just because I find that they're quite easy to grip, and they're quite easy to work with as well. So I think that's probably the best sort of hook if you're a beginner. It'll also, I don't know whether you can actually see on camera, but it'll also tell you just here what size hook you're using. So that there is saying that it's a G size hook or a 4mm. Another few things that you might need is a pair of scissors, a yarn needle that'll be used for weaving in your ends at the end of your project, some stitch markers. I find these really useful because it helps to keep track of where you're up to in rounds and things like that. And we won't need it in this tutorial, but a tape measure is something that comes in fairly handy as well. So let's move on to how to make a slip knot. Okay, so to get started, we're going to unravel some of our yarn. You want to make sure that you get a good length of yarn unraveled from your ball, because this will help with your tension. So like if you were crocheting away and you only had like this sort of amount away from your ball, then as you're pulling, it's gonna make your stitches quite tight. And then that will alter the size of your stitches as well, so just make sure that you've got a good length unravelled. That should do for now. And then I'll just set that to one side. So to start off with, I'll show you how I hold my hook and yarn. So I'm right-handed, so I'll hold my hook in my right hand and my yarn in my left. So we'll start off with the yarn. So I tend to wrap my yarn around my first finger like this, then I go under my middle finger, over my ring finger, and under my little finger, and then I'll just wrap it once around my little finger. I find that this helps me to keep my attention. It's different for everyone though, and this will feel really weird to start off with. I know that it did for me. Just play about, see what works best for you. Then your hook, there's different ways of holding your hook. There's no right or wrong way, it's just whatever you feel comfortable with. Some people will hold it like a pencil, just like this, and others will hold it like a knife, like this. That's how I hold my hook. Again, just play about, see what works best for you. So to start off with, we'll need to make a slip knot. Now there's different ways of making a slip knot, but this is the easiest way that I find. So I'm going to fold my yarn in half, and I've got the tail end facing me, which is the shorter end, and then I've got the working yarn, which is the longer yarn that's attached to your ball facing away from me. So I'm then going to place my thumb and my first finger into this loop that we've created. I'm then going to turn it to make a cross. I'm then going to grab my working yarn and I'm going to pull it through that loop. We're then going to take our hook, insert it into the loop, and then we'll pull on the working yarn to tighten it up. And then we're ready to start our chain. Okay, so you might have noticed that I have drastically changed the colour of my yarn. This is just because as I was making the video, I realised that you couldn't see the stitches very well with the yarn that I was using, and I thought you'd be able to see this one better on camera. So to start our chain, I like to hold on to this little tail end here with my middle finger and my thumb. I'm then going to yarn over hook and pull it through that first stitch. I'm going to make 10 all together, so we'll yarn over and pull through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. So we're up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yarn over, pull through, that makes 7. Yarn over, pull through, that makes 8. Yarn over, pull through, 9. Yarn over, pull through, 10. Okay, now because we're going to be moving on to making some stitches, what we're going to do is we're going to make an extra chain 1. So yarn round hook and pull through. That makes 11 chains altogether, but one of those chains isn't going to count as a stitch, that's just for turning. Before we move on to our next stitch, it's worth mentioning that the UK and the US use different terminology for crochet stitches. For example, a double crochet in the UK is known as a single crochet in the US. It's the exact same stitch, it just falls under different names. I tend to use US terminology in my videos just because that's how I learned. I would recommend trying to learn both terminologies as it gives you more options when it comes to patterns. I'll always give both terms in my videos, but it's just something to keep in mind. So for a US single crochet or a UK double crochet, what we're going to do is we're going to skip over this first chain here and we're going to be working into this next chain. So just to keep in mind, if you're trying to count your chains, you've got what looks like little V's if you're looking at it from this side. So see the little sort of V shapes that it's making going along. So one V is one chain. So we're going to turn it over to this side. You can just see little bumps. So we're going to skip over this first bump here and we'll be working into this second one. So we're going to insert our hook just underneath that bump. We're going to yarn over our hook and then pull through that stitch. We're then going to yarn over our hook and pull through both loops. Okay, so we'll do that again. I'm going to go into the next stitch here, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through both of those loops. Do that again. So insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through both loops. So into the next stitch, insert your hook, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through both of those loops. Into the next, insert your hook, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through both loops. Insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through both loops. Into the next stitch, insert your hook, yarn over and pull through, yarn over, pull through both loops. Insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through both of those loops. Into the next stitch, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through two. Into the next, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through two. Okay, so I'm just going to pull up a loop so I don't lose where I'm up to. And you can see on top here, you're now creating little V's along the top. So that's now going to be one stitch. So if you're wanting to count, then you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So to start a new row, what we're going to do is we're going to put our hook back into that loop and tighten it up. And we're then going to chain one. So yarn over and pull through. So this chain doesn't count as a stitch. We're then going to turn our work so that we're looking at the back side now. So we're going to insert our hook underneath both of those loops here. So the little V that you can see, you're just going to insert your hook underneath that little V. We're then going to yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through both loops. Then I'm going to go into the next stitch. So under that little V again, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through two. So insert your hook into the next V, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through two. Into the next one, underneath the next V, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through two. So we're just going to keep going along our work and making single crochets. So yarn over, pull through two. So insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through two. So insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through two. So insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over and pull through, yarn over, pull through two. Insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through two. Then your last stitch on this row might look a bit slanted, but you're still going into that V. So into the last one, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through two. It's just worth, while you're learning, to count your stitches at the end of every single row to make sure that you've not missed a stitch. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I know that I've still got 10 stitches, so I'm ready to start my next row. So to start a new row, you're just going to do the same thing again. We're going to chain one, so yarn over and pull through, turn our work, and then we're going to do the same thing again. So insert your hook into that first stitch there, yarn over and pull through, yarn over, pull through two. Insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through two. Insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through two. Insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through both loops. So insert your hook into the next, yarn over and pull through, yarn over, pull through both loops. Insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2. Insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over and pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over and pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over and pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over and pull through, yarn over, pull through both loops. And that is your US single crochet or UK double crochet. So play about with it, see how you're getting on. If you get stuck, please feel free to leave me a comment and I'll do my best to help out. Yeah, just have fun with it. If you want to fasten off your work, all I do is snip me on and then I just yarn over and pull through that last stitch just to make it secure. But you could make as many rows as you like for practicing with, and then we will work on some different stitches in the next video. So I'll see you then. Bye.